a powerful gangland chief. He had gambling interests in Chicago, Las Vegas, Mexico, and Cuba. Giancana allegedly ordered or took part in hundreds of mob executions, and he died as violently as he lived. Pat O'Brien was a TV news reporter in Chicago when Giancana was murdered. Pat was on the scene shortly after Giancana's body was found, and he's here now to tell us more about this complex gangland figure. Pat.
Thank you, Lisa. John, you know, I still remember going to Oak Park on that summer night. The fact is, the untimely murder of Momo Giancana came as a surprise to me and crime watchers all over the country. It was the end to a not-so-surprising meteoric rise to the Chicago mob scene.
Mr. Giancana, let us get there.
For some time, Sam Giancana was one of this country's most powerful mob chiefs. He came up through the ranks of the Chicago mob, first working for another infamous mobster, Al Capone. Authorities claim there was plenty of blood on Sam's hands during the 1929 St. Valentine's Day massacre. Before turning 20, Giancana was the prime suspect in 3 murders. He beat all 3 raps. But Chicago columnist Irv Kupcinetz says that was hardly Sam's greatest claim to fame.
He goes down in history for the fact that the government asked him to try to kill Castro. I think that was one of the more disgraceful moments in our U.S. history.
Giancana created an equal stir when it was learned that he allegedly introduced John Kennedy to the woman who would become his mistress. Her name, Judith Exner.
No comment.
But on June 19, 1975, a life of unbridled power had caught up with him. Sam was in his house cooking up some sausages when he was blown away by 7 shots fired from a .22 caliber automatic equipped with a silencer. The murderer, someone he probably knew and probably trusted, has never been caught.
The way he died is the way he treated many other people, killing them. And I don't think the newspapermen had much respect for him as an individual, but they did recognize the fact that he had a lot of power, underworld power.
Although no one has ever been named or brought to trial for Giancana's murder, at the time of the gangster's death, William Colby, the director of the CIA, announced, "We had nothing to do with it." It kind of came out of nowhere.
Really, just totally unsolicited.
What was the reaction in Chicago when you were there?
I think people in Chicago and in New York, you were a reporter in New York at the time, expect their gang people to go down in a little more style with Tommy guns. And they reacted to the small weapon and to the guy being at home, you know, cooking sausages.
Yeah, that's a visual image, isn't it?
It's very tabloidy in death.
Thanks, Pat. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.